He would get so down and out. Even though he was really the one supposed to be king, he had to live in somebody else's house. He was so poor down there in Lola that he didn't even have his own house. Don't that sound like us? God didn't promise us something, but we didn't settle for less. God didn't promise us something, but we didn't settle for less. I can remember all my life, all I wanted was a woman to love, and I'm so happy that I didn't settle for less. I'm so happy that I waited for a good woman. See, some of us, we get falling loose at the joint, and the first thing we do is grab hold to the first thing that come our way. But I stop by to tell you, if you just wait on the Lord, if you wait on the Lord, you will blow up. And so the Bible says that David said, take on, and I want you to go to Lola. I want you to bring that young man to me. How many know when God is on your side, it don't matter how long you got to wait, but as long as God is calling your name, how many know that it does not matter, but if God is on your side, how many know he'll make a way out of no way? And the Bible said that Mephibosheth, when he got to David, he began to get scared. I stopped by to encourage somebody. When God is calling you, don't be scared. When God is calling, don't be scared. God is calling, don't be scared. See, the problem is, God is trying to bless you, but you're coming out scared. See, what the soldier didn't understand, David didn't want to kill him. David really wanted to bless him. And so he come up in there, talking about, oh, master, please, I'm just a dog. But how many know David began to say, I can imagine David begin to put out his arm and say, Mephibosheth, come on up. You don't got to be on the floor. You've been on the floor for too long. You gotta look at yourself and say, Sam, I've been on the floor for too long. I've been on the floor. And the Bible says, and the Bible began to say that Mephibosheth, he began to humble himself. See, that's the problem with us today. God is trying to bless us, but we just can't be humble. God is trying to take us higher, but we got so much to talk about. God is trying to take us higher, but we're trying to keep up mess. But I'm stopped by to tell you, you ain't gonna get nothing if you keep doing your mess. It gotta be God way, or it won't be no way. So I stop by to encourage you. You got to blow up. And the Bible said that David began to reach down and get him up. And at that moment, I can just see that little boy begin to see a scar on David's arm. And in his mind, he knew everything was going to be all right. Well, somebody may say, well, what's the time on a scar? If you go back to 1 Samuel, around the 19 or 20 chapter, the Bible said that David and Jonathan had a blood. The tree is called a bamboo tree. Y'all know what that is, right? Know what the bamboo tree is? Out there in the rainforest, grow up real tall. And the book began to talk in just 2 little sentences. One time about theology, but it began to stir my soul. Some said, Cederick, get up and find out about the bamboo tree. So I began to go to the dictionary. I began to go to the encyclopedia. And this is what I found out about the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree, it takes 3 to 5 years to germinate out the ground. So I stopped by to tell somebody, God done planted you in the ground. And just because folk don't see you growing, it don't mean you ain't growing. Just because folk don't see you growing, baby, you are growing. Because all those years, you got roots going deep. All those years, up in your pain, up in your suffering, up in your tears, up in your worry, up in your stress. For 3 to 5 years, you down under the ground, saying, Lord, 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 Lord. But then, after them years is up, how many know it's time for some production? And they begin to say in the encyclopedia that when the year of germination is over, that thing gonna sprout out. But this is what fascinated me. Once it's sprouted out, it begins to blow up.